As we continue thinking about the question of how we can improve our political discourse, we're going to look at part of one of the most famous speeches in American history, the I Have a Dream speech by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And we're going to think about how Dr. King made choices and how he crafted this speech to create a positive level of political discourse, even though he's talking about really unbelievable suffering that African Americans have experienced. He does so in a way that spurs people to action, but also allows them to be hopeful and not angry, which is a pretty amazing thing. So let's take a look at how he did that. He says, "Let us not wallow in the valley of despair, I say to you, my friends." So just using this term here, my friends, he's creating a feeling of warmth and togetherness with his audience. And he's saying, let us not wallow. So really he's saying, let's not stay angry about the suffering that I've just talked about. And so even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. So this reference here to the American dream is a really interesting and important choice that he makes to really speak to a larger audience, because he's sort of saying here, even though America maybe has wronged me and it's wronged you, I still believe in the American dream. I still believe that I am connected to my country. And he's really not showing that he's particularly angry here. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. So here, this language comes directly from the Constitution. And that's another reference here that's really appealing to this American audience that maybe goes beyond African Americans who have experienced this suffering, and appealing to all Americans who feel patriotic and saying, look, this is what our country stands for. This is the language in our founding document, and we need to hold ourselves accountable to the foundation of our country and what it was built upon. I have a dream that one day on the hills, the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. So this image here is critical to thinking about the power of his choices and how he's really moving to a positive tone and a hopeful one and an optimistic one, because he's juxtaposing these two groups of people here, sons of former slaves and sons of former slave owners, and having them sit down together at the table of brotherhood. Well, if these two groups of people can sit down together at the table of brotherhood, then really anything is possible. If the sons of former slaves are not going to feel anger and resentment towards the sons of former slave owners, then really think about what's possible. And so I think this choice here and this juxtaposition of these two groups really signifies the power of his hopefulness and optimism.